so we're gonna get into this caramel apple poke cake. In this bowl, I have about 1 1/3 sticks of butter. This recipe is Better Homes and Gardens circa 2019. I do collect recipes in a recipe binder. In here, I've combined all-purpose flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. We're going to beat with this butter sugar, which I have here. There's 1 cup of sugar, and then the recipe says to add sugar 1/4 cup at a time, beating until combined. Scrape bowl, beat 2 minutes, and we're gonna add an egg. So let's get into it. If you have a stand mixer, definitely use that. I have this that belonged to my grandma, a good old handheld. I love using it. Brings back all the memories of grandma's cooking. Next, I'm going to add an egg, 1 at a time. We're gonna add it and then mix it. Getting creamy and delicious. Love that. Add the second egg. She's looking so dreamy and creamy. Okay, next we're going to add the flour mixture and apple butter alternately. Once again, I could not find apple butter, so I have this Trader Joe's cinnamon bun spread that I'm going to use. And we're supposed to use 1/2 cup. So we'll measure that out. So now we're gonna take the apple butter and the flour, baking soda, baking powder mixture and add it to our butter and sugar mixture, but it says alternately. So beating on low after each addition until well combined, fold in all the apples. I haven't cut the apple. All right, this is my flour mixture going in. Okay, so next we're gonna do 3 cups of finely chopped apples, and we're gonna add that to our mix here and mix that up. I again got Honeycrisp apples, so the recipe says about 3 medium. So far I have like 2 cups already cut, so I need 1 more cup. Let's do it. Right, so I'm gonna use about 2.5 cups of apples. I think that's good enough. The recipe doesn't call for it, but why don't we do a squeeze of a lemon? Lemon and apples go together, right? Yes. And then we're going to fold the apples into our mixture here. All right, apples are in. And next we're just gonna put this delicious caramel apple cake into a 9, I don't know, I'm using a long pan. I know the recipe says you can use loaf pan, you can use 2 pans. We'll see how it comes out. I'm not an expert, but we shall see. Let me know, what are y'all cooking? What are your fall recipes? I'm so excited to make this. I have some recipes for some variations on grit. I love grits. So that'll be fun to make this fall. I'm in Northern California, Sacramento, and it's not even cold yet. Like, I'm still using my air conditioner, so hopefully it cools down soon. And I tasted this batter already, and it's delicious. So this is the pan I'm using. I mean, that looks like a 9 by 13, right? It says the recipe calls for flour and butter. Butter and flour your pan. I would just put parchment paper, but I don't have any. So I'm just gonna go ahead and flour this, butter and flour it, and then add my batter and bake it at 350. And then we're gonna make the caramel sauce because this is a poke cake. So we're gonna poke holes. Once it's done, you'll see it's gonna be fabulous. I wish you all could smell my kitchen. This came out perfect. See, I only did about, I didn't do a full 40 minutes. I probably took it out about 7, with about 7 more minutes to go. So it was perfectly done. I put you can use a toothpick, but I just used a fork. Now we're going to make the dulce de leche caramel sauce. But first we gotta poke holes. And now the recipe says we need to poke holes on the top of the cake, 1/4 to 1/2 inch holes, 3/4 of the way through the cake, 1.5 to 2 inches apart. Start here. Ew. This is cool. So when we make the dulce de leche mix, all of that delicious flavor is going to seep into the cake, hence the name poke cake. Yes, that looks great. Okay, next we have the dulce de leche caramel sauce, and we're gonna mix that with 1/4 cup of milk until it's smooth. So it says to whisk, but first I'm gonna mix it with a spoon, then I'll whisk it all together. Okay, look at her. She is smooth. We have caramel sauce. Tastes delicious. Okay, now we're going to put our delicious creamy dulce de leche caramel sauce. We're gonna spread it on top so all of this delicious caramel gets into these little grooves in the middle of the cake. The cake is still warm. How delicious is that? That's gonna be so good. I mean, this to me screams fall. Like, if it's really super delicious, as I think it's going to be, I'm bringing this to all the fall functions. I think it will be a crowd pleaser. And once we smooth this out, getting it in those grooves, we need to let the cake cool completely. Once it's cooled completely, we're gonna make a whipped cream topping go over it. And to make that, we're gonna use heavy whipping cream and add that reserved 2 tablespoons of the caramel sauce. Fabulous. Okay, so the last step is to make our whipped cream. So they said chill a bowl. I don't have like a bowl to chill, so I just put some ice in this large bowl, and then I'm going to put this on top. We're gonna add 1 cup heavy whipping cream, and then we're gonna beat that to, where did I put it? Reserved dulce de leche caramel sauce. We're gonna beat that into the whipped cream. Yummy. Ooh, she's so thick. And you know, we're gonna beat it until stiff peaks form. Ooh, we have whipped cream. Look at her, stiff peaks. Delicious. Oh my goodness, the cake looks so good. Caramel apple cake. You guys have to try it. I'm gonna spread the whipped cream on top, and it's gonna be delicious. Don't be nutritious, just be delicious. Don't be nutritious, just be delicious. For me, the whipped cream is not very sweet. I think if I were to make that again, I would add more sugar or more of the caramel sauce. But I think the cake is probably very sweet, so we'll see how it tastes together. All right, I'm going to serve this with cinnamon sugar sprinkled on top. Yum. Oh. Hi, Future Gloria here from my Ebony Tower. I just wanted to say that caramel apple poke cake was so good. I loved it. And no, I would not add more sugar to the whipped cream topping. It worked perfectly with the caramel, the cake. The apples are just kind of, it has a bite to it. I would suggest maybe using a little less apple, unless you love apples, then add more. But here's a picture from the magazine, Better Homes and Gardens 2019 recipe. I will link it down below for you all to try. I highly suggest that you do. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.